Alright, so here's your basic layout of the tray you're going to receive. Go ahead and do a quick video on the Infinity Deluxe tray. So, go ahead and start out by putting the drawer together. Put your drawer together, go ahead and just make sure everything is the same in its right way. Make sure it all dry fits together really well. Just by putting it together. It does only go one way. That's why I'm saying make sure you dry fit it first. Everything looks good. Go ahead and take it out. Add a little bit of glue to the inside of your tabs. Do it to all of them. You want to put the glue on the inside because the little slip that's left on the outside is what the drawer slides on. So you want to make sure that you keep that side clean. That's why you always want to put the glue on the inside. Assemble the drawer. Once you put it together, go ahead and move it over to the side like so. Make sure all the joints are nice and tight. And then just take a couple books that everybody's got laying around, lay them right on top for weight. And then just set it off to the side. As you move it, make sure all your joints stay together. And then once you got it out of your way, go on. Alright, so you have your insert, which you're not going to need at this time. Your bottom piece is going to be the part that has the slits down the side. So we'll go ahead and take that piece. And once again, we're going to dry fit everything, just to ensure that we have it all in the right direction. And that you have everything that's going to go everywhere. You don't want to find out in the end that you put something in the wrong direction, and then you're trying to take it apart. So just by doing a quick little dry fit, will kind of eliminate that whole problem. Alright, so we're good. We'll go ahead and glue it up. You get any glue like that I just did right there, just wipe it off. You really don't want to have it hanging out because it's going to get in the way later on. Same deal on these. Go ahead and glue those in. glue those in. While you're gluing those in, take your handle and just wipe off the excess glue on the inside. That's where your drawer is going to slide. It's easier to do it at this point. Once you put the drawer together, it is a little more difficult, so just go ahead and do it now. Go ahead and put glue on all the surfaces that are going to come together, like that. Makes everything easier when you go to put it together. The only part we're not going to glue on is the front piece yet, because you got to put the drawer in before you glue that part. You got the top runners that got to go in as well. Go ahead and put those in. Take the top piece, same deal. Go ahead and glue up put some glue on the bottom sides. You don't want to get any glue on the top of it because that's where your tray insert's going to sit. So you want to make sure you put the glue on the bottom. Little line on those just so that they have something to catch. You're going to put in the back tabs as well. Put on the side tabs. Both sides. And then go ahead and start assembling it. I find it easier to put the top piece in. Then you'll kick up one side of the tray. Go ahead and line it up with the bottom tabs. Go ahead and put the other side in. Spin your tray around and you're going to see that this side glues into there. Once you put that on, pick it up. You got to put some glue on the outside edge, or the inside edge. There and there. Put a little glue across there. On the inside of them, because that's where it's going to touch the other one. I got a little heavy with the glue. You don't need to put that much glue, but I got a little heavy on it. Go ahead and insert it into the tabs. You don't need to use a lot of force on it. We provided enough space in the tabs so that with the glue and everything else, it should be able to fall right into place. Wipe off your excess. I like to stand it on its backside for a few minutes. Make sure the back stays in straight. Clean the table off. Come on over here to your guide pieces. Go ahead and pop those out. Get rid of the excess. You're not going to need it. And these you're going to put together the same way they come out. They'll correspond to one another. Just line them back up like that. Take a glue. You rub it on a nice little glue job like that. I like to let it dry up, tack up a little bit there first before I flip it. It's good for the wood glue. Make sure your joints are all staying nice and together. Go ahead and flip these up. And all you want these to do is tack up one another so that when we go to install them, they'll be sitting where you want it. This should be all you have remaining as of now. These are your tray inserts. We're not going to need those for a little while. And then these are the insert holders. Let all that dry up for a few minutes. So it's been a few minutes. We're going to go and keep on going. Go ahead and move these out of the way. Go ahead and set your drawer down. All the glue there. Just take that handle once again. All you want to do is just make sure there's no glue in there, because all that glue will be in your way later on. Just take it, wipe it off. All right. Go ahead and turn your box on its side. You have two holes right there. These will go into there. Not really dry too well, but it'll be all right. Go ahead and add a little glue to the insert, to the inside, and then there. And it's going to be a little wobbly. You want it to be like that because you're going to install it. A little glue on the top. You don't need a whole lot, just a little bit. You got it on the frame. Then you'll actually take that piece. It may be a little difficult. You can put them in individually if you like. It doesn't really matter. It's easier if you do this before you put the thing together, but it'll be all right. And then just put the top piece on there, like so. Just make sure it's flush with that piece there. Push down on it. Make sure you get it in there good and flat. Once you put that one in, do the same thing to the other side. Flip it over. Just add a little glue there. A little glue there. Like I said, you don't need a whole lot. Put the glue on the inside of the tabs. This one will probably go in a little easier. Your beveled edge goes towards the rails. Flat side toward the top. Once you put it in there, go ahead and just pull it back so the back one goes in. Then the front one will go in right afterwards, like so. Give it a good push down. A good push on the top. Get all that glue squeezed in there. Wipe off the excess. While that's taking a few minutes to dry, you bring back the drawer. These outside edges, just take your rectangle, that's part of the handles, I'll show you right now, and just wipe them across the outside. That's where your drawer is going to slide on. Once those are clean, move on to these pieces. These are your handles. Go ahead and pop those out. These will insert right into here. Go ahead and put a little glue on them. And don't be stingy with your glue, because this is what you pull on. Make sure you get a good amount of glue on there. Make sure you get it all the way around that tab. Push it in. Now, this part that you've been using to clean with everything, go ahead and just slide it through the hole, one at a time. Once you get it going in, go ahead and just push it on through the next one. Once you get it in there, only push it in a little bit because you still got to glue it. Stand it up. Now I didn't push it all the way through because I'm going to actually add the glue to it now and then push it through. So just add yourself a good thing of glue there, because as you slide through, that glue will go in. And then push it through and then bring it back. And you're going to let that dry for a few minutes. Go ahead, just take that out of your way. Come back to your box. Just give it a good push on each one of those again. Give everything about a few minutes to tack up. Alright, so before we move on to the next part, this piece and this piece, you want to make sure it is flush with that piece there, because that's what the faceplate's going to hold on to. So once you have that, go ahead and set your drawer down. Go ahead and take the drawer itself. It's going to be tied up first, because everything's gotta move to itself, to one another. Just work it in. Once you have it in there, just go ahead and push it in. Don't push it all the way in. You want it to dry like that. Take your faceplate. Make sure you have it in the right orientation to the box. Once you know you do, glue the tab. Go ahead. Nice amount of glue there. Make sure I'm in camera. On both sides. That little box that you inserted there is so that this can glue onto it. Inside the tabs, more glue on the very end of those tabs there so that you can make sure it holds onto. On the outside, and on the little tabs there, because that's what holds on to the top there. You want to have glue on all the points of contact. Then go ahead and slide it back over the box. Lift up. Wipe off the excess glue. And remember guys, wood glue dries clear, so if you have a little excess in the places, you can always just rub it off later on or knock it off. Show you the inside. This piece right there, go ahead and just grab up on it. You want to just have it rag with each other. Take a little rag, wipe down on it. This is why we didn't put the drawer all the way in. So now we're going to actually pull the drawer out, putting our hands on there like so. Work that drawer out. Take your insert. It only goes in one way. And just put one you can put anything in here really. Once you get it in there, I like to stick them in the middle. That gives the drawer a little bit of shape as it dries and cures. Go ahead and push that back in. Also, it gives a little support to that while it's drying. You can take your side ones and put one in if you like, just to hold them straight. They just fall right in. Make sure you kind of wipe that glue off there before you put it in there. I'm just being gentle with it. Remember, the glue's wet. You don't want to force in anything. And go ahead and slide the drawer back in right up to that point that it's in there. That's it. Here's your insert. Put your insert in. Push down on it. Make sure you don't knock everything out. Add your side tabs. And just like I said, be gentle, guys, because the glue's wet. Put them in. That holds your top piece in. There you go. There is your Infinity Deluxe tournament tray. Let that dry. I would let it dry for at least a few hours. You want that glue to get nice and hard. Remember, wood glue does expand, so you always want to go back and just make sure you're pushing everything together like that. Periodically, and that's it. Thanks.